This is the Olympus PEN E-PL7. Not only is it looking so stylish and beautiful in design, this small camera is really capable and can deliver professional looking results. In this video, I'll talk about the reasons why I think this Olympus E-PL7 is such an awesome camera today. Let's do this! This Olympus PEN E-PL7 was launched in 2014. That's quite some time ago. This was made to be entry-level, beginner-friendly, and budget-friendly. I've used this E-PL7 a lot over the years, though I've never made a video specifically to talk about this camera. I've mentioned the E-PL7 several times in some of my shoots and projects, so I thought it would be great for me to just share the reasons why I love using this Olympus E-PL7 still now in the year 2026. And of course, I would like to share some of my personal projects and experimentations that I've done with this E-PL7. And let's start with this portrait shoot that I've done with my friend Ivani. I was using this E-PL7 and the 40-150R. Reason number one, why I love this Olympus PEN E-PL7, it is so small and light. The camera is so compact, it's really portable. It stays true to the philosophy of Micro Four Thirds. I don't need to carry a large backpack or a messenger bag. I can just fit this E-PL7 and some small lenses into a really small carry bag and bring it everywhere with me easily. And that's what they say, right? The best camera is the camera that you have with you at all times. Reason number two, I love the E-PL7's design. I think the camera looks really sleek, stylish. I love the rangefinder look. It doesn't look like the typical DSLR large black box camera. It looks so beautiful and it just begs your attention. It wants you to pick it up, go out and click the shutter button. I think the best camera is the one that truly inspires you to shoot more. Reason number three, this Olympus E-PL7 has a 16 megapixels Micro Four Thirds size image sensor. While a lot of people will compare this against APS-C or the larger full-frame image sensor, I would say that this 16 megapixels Micro Four Thirds image sensor is still really good. It can still deliver great results, professional-looking images with amazing tones, colors, sharpness, dynamic range, and really good low-light, high ISO performance. To me, this image sensor is more than sufficient for me to get really good-looking images. Next, I want to share a batch of images I've taken with this E-PL7 at a park nearby using the Olympus 60 f2.8 macro. Let's take a look at some inside macro photographs. Reason number four, you can change lenses with this Olympus PEN E-PL7. You can choose to attach whatever Micro Four Thirds lenses that you want on this camera. And we are not lack of options, and this enables you to do a lot with this E-PL7. If you want to shoot macro, just attach a macro lens. If you want to shoot some birds from a distance, just attach a telephoto lens. If you want to do some portrait photography, just attach a prime lens. We are not stack of options, and that's what makes this E-PL7 great. You can do a lot with it, although this is just an entry-level budget camera. Reason number 5. I really love that this camera has a tiltable LCD screen. The tilt up and down screen is really very useful, especially when I use this camera to do some street photography. When I do some low angle or high angle, the tilt screen is just so much more convenient. It allows me some creative composition, and I definitely prefer to use this over the swivel screen on some other camera options. Reason number 6. This E-PL7, although this is a budget camera, it has 3-axis image stabilization built into the camera. Do not underestimate what that 3-axis image stabilization can do. I know a lot of people are so used to hearing 5-axis image stabilization, dual IS, 5-axis sync IS, all those powerful stabilization terms, but this 3-axis IS here can still do a lot of wonder. It allows you to steady your shots in very slow shutter speeds. It just boosts your confidence in nailing the shots. I still find this to be really, really useful and powerful. I just cannot live without this stabilization. Before we talk about reason number 7, let's take a look at some sample photographs I've taken with this E-PL7 using the handheld starlight mode, which is awesome and available in this camera to counter high ISO noise in really low light shooting situations. Let's take a look at these night photographs at the streets of Kuala Lumpur. Reason number 7, fast and reliable autofocus. Although this E-PL7 is more than 10 years old now, the autofocus performance is still blazing fast and it's one of the best out there today. Well, that is only true when it comes to single autofocus. I know the continuous autofocus or the tracking of the moving subject, I'm not going to deny, it is not the best performer when we look at this E-PL7. It doesn't have face detection built in. It relies solely on contrast detection autofocus, but if you can use the single autofocus, it is almost fail-proof. It is blazing fast. The focus is almost instantaneous. I've come to rely on this to capture some critical moments when I shoot on the streets. Reason number 8, although this E-PL7 is a budget, low-level camera, it is packed with high-level features. One of these features is live composite. You can shoot long exposure, capturing light trails, doing some really creative photography without overexposing. You can capture lightning, you can capture star trail, you can capture all kinds of amazing photography using the live composite setting. Well, reason number 9. In the used market now, this E-PL7 is going for about what? $250 US. I think that's really reasonable for what you get out of this camera. It is still a really great performer. You get fantastic image quality, blazing fast autofocus. You have some really cool features like image stabilization, live composite, tilt screen. You get a lot from this camera and it's still looking so beautiful. I love the design. It is so small. I think it is one of the best value camera out there today from the Micro Four Thirds cam if you're digging or hunting for cameras in the used market. And finally, my last reason, which is reason number 10. I've had so much fun shooting with this E-PL7. I don't know if you can see that from the images that I've shown. I think I get some amazing results from this camera and it is just so enjoyable to use. That's all I have to share about this Olympus PEN E-PL7 and why I think it is still an awesome camera today. I hope you found my sharing beneficial. If you've enjoyed looking at my photographs, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Or you can contribute directly to my PayPal, links in the description below on how you can do that. Any support goes a long way, will definitely help me to continue making more content and share with you guys here. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.